Introducing Sheryle Moon, CEO of the Australian Information Industry Association. Sheryle, there are conflicting reports about the outlook for jobs in the information and communication technology market. What's your assessment?
That when I talk to people in the industry, when I talk to users of technology, large governments, large organisations, demand for people is still outstripping supply. So there's lots of opportunities at all levels within the job categories.
What about job opportunities and remuneration in the long term? Do you see a flattening out or a rising?
The Australian Information Industry Association conducts a remuneration survey. We do it twice a year. It's very statistically accurate. We've just released one in March, and total remuneration for people in the industry on average continued to rise much higher at a faster rate than CPI, around 5.5%. So the outlook's really good, very solid.
Sheryle, what advice do you have for ICT professionals who may be concerned about the future?
Look, I think the ICT industry has a very long-term rosy future. If we look at any of the big problems facing Australia, in fact facing the world, climate change, economic challenges, how do we do transactions better, how do we cope with an ageing population, all of those big problems need technology to solve them. So this is a career where you can expect to have a very long-term career options.
And what about young people contemplating a career in ICT? What advice do you have for them?
I have very simple advice. If you want to save the world or you want to make a lot of money, this is the industry for you. Please come and join us and have a long and productive time in the industry. It's not really well recognised that in terms of global qualifications, the IT industry is the only industry with entirely global qualifications. You can start here in Australia and go anywhere you like.
Finally, Sheryle, what issues will you be discussing in your presentation to the ICT Skills Shortage Conference in Sydney in early May?
Nigel, some of the things I'll be talking about will be the things we've touched on. How do we attract young people, young Australians into the industry? How do we get them to understand that the breadth of opportunities in terms of the industries they might work in, the organisations they might work for, the countries they might work in is almost limitless? So that's certainly one thing. The other thing I'll be touching on is those other pools of workers. How do we retain workers in the industry? What do employers need to do? In particular, how do they work with their middle managers, not all of whom are up to date with modern retention strategies around flexible hours and flexible remuneration in order to keep workers engaged and productive in the industry.
Sheryle Moon, we look forward to seeing you at the conference.
Thank you very much, Nigel.